drive hums, we're heading out, hear the battle drums. Carrier drops in these war-torn grounds, the sky is filled with a deafening sound. Loadouts checked, our nerves are tight, it's chaos out there, but we're ready to fight. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder, canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few, is this fight too much for us to break through? In the fray, canopy's gone as the swarm comes to play. Heal the welds, systems start to fail. They're closing in fast, their strength prevails. Too many to count, and far too strong. This might be the end, we may not have long. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through? With a fire, a light breaks through. We look to each other, we know what to do. Training kicks in, we form our ranks. Together we stand, there's no turning back. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through?
Hello guys, we are trail grinding as usual amidst the bugs, the hardwood bugs and the other bugs, like of which there's plenty of both types. Let's see if I can fix my webcam as well, because it doesn't look like it's working as intended. Let's see, that's better. And I think we have audio from me at a decent volume. That should be fine. Look, Xenomorph, Hail Ability Dreadful. Oh, wait, Xenomorph, there's one more thing that has come up that I thought you might want to try, which is apparently your journal files log hold on. This is the path of the journal file. You should replace the user with your username, but that's where the journal file should be located. And then if you look inside the journal file, you should find economy. And then you search for system economy. You should get something that looks like this. See if I can post it in. Oh gosh, this is gonna look awful. Yeah, it doesn't even let me post it because it's like way too big. But like what you will find is, search for our next one. You will find something that looks roughly like this in your journal, and then there should be a proportion. I found it, yeah. Something that's like proportion different than one. Where did it go? One sec, I found. You should find a line that looks like this. Let me delete that nonsense 1 second. So, see that station economies tells you like what the proportion is of economy high tech. There's more than one, I think. It's like economy high tech. Which economy? Which station is this? Yeah, I think this one only had a high-tech economy, so it wasn't like particularly interesting. But anyway, let's jump on to our next destination to go and pick up some steel and CM copper. Hey, Onel. Well, colonization is buggy as heck. With well, the funniest thing that happened. Well, I don't know if it's funny, sad. Depending how you ask it, it's like either funny, sad, or a combination of the two. So yesterday night we finished. We placed our first tier 3 station in this sector, and we placed it. I'm gonna go into architect view, and we selected slot 0 to place it. Yeah, exactly. So you saw that video. So you saw what happened. We placed it here, and it ended up here. Now the really funny thing is that you cannot place orbit station in an asteroid field because the game forces you to select an asteroid base if you try to build in one of these slots. So this might well be the only orbit station that is built in an asteroid field ever, assuming that others didn't get the same bug. So there's a bunch of people who are actually clamoring for saying, hey, keep it there, keep it there. It's such a unique bug that, I don't know. Like, part of me would like to actually have it where it was originally intended. Part of me likes the idea that it bugged out and it ended up in a unique spot where it otherwise would not have been able to be. What do you guys think? Actually, let's ask a poll of the stream and see what you guys feel. New poll. Should we ask for orbit station to be moved? Question mark. Yes. Go as intended. Next to star. No. Keep as is. And I see asteroid field. Yeah, I see asteroids. It's too long. Let's see what you guys say. Has FDF gotten back to you about a particular bug? We had an email exchange. Robert, I don't think exchange is fair to call it an email exchange. I sent them an email about it. And I think they read it because the station bug was confirmed in record time, which would not have happened unless someone paid attention to it from outside, which means they actively went in and confirmed that bug. So they are aware of the station bug. I don't know if they're gonna do anything about it overnight because I know they have extended maintenance, but I don't know if they didn't want to promise anything in extended maintenance to set wrong expectations. But my hunch is they're gonna try and fix a few things during this extended maintenance. I may be wrong. And again, I don't have any inside information that will let me say they're doing anything other than regular maintenance. So, yeah, don't get your expectations up just because I'm talking about it. Are there any downsides as it is? Well, the downside is that it's not a free-floating station, so it's unlikely to generate the cloud of non-human signal sources that we're going after. We can probably work around that by placing a core release station instead in the free-floating slot that was intended for this station. And the other downside is because it's not free-floating, the minimum speed to be able to drop onto the station is only 1 megameters per second, whereas free-floating stations have much higher drop speed of like 16, sometimes even 22 megameters per second, which usually means you're able to get to the station much faster, which is a desirable thing for a main system station. But again, none of them are like crippling, if you will, in terms of like, it's not lantern light to give you a quote of something that is crippling. Well, I don't know about that, Ellen Thier, but I try obviously my best to be kind of very polite. Although in some of these things, it's like, but the time before this one, I emailed them and I asked them for comment on the point doubling. About tier 2 and tier 3 stations, and their response originally was, please read the manual, essentially, because the manual says that stations will double their points after you lay down your second large station. And again, very politely, I said, look, I looked, I'm sorry, I couldn't find it. Would you please point me to it, because it's important and I'd love to understand where it is so I can point others to it as well. And that led them to then say, yeah, that was an oversight. It didn't make it through to production, and we'll add it in when we have a chance. So hopefully at least I got some credibility that, I'm not just wasting your time by not reading the manual. And, yeah. But this one is a big issue, right? The fact that all the stations are going in the wrong spots is really truly game breaking from a colonization standpoint. So they're definitely paying attention to it, I'm sure. What do you think about the Fargos reinvading the bubble? Well, I think the Fargos reinvading the bubble was a total oversight and a complete fat finger of someone. That's my hunch, because there's nothing about what happened in that system that made it look like it was intentional or deliberate. It just looked like an error, to be honest. As to Titans reforming, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, if you have some information that I don't, I'd love to hear about it.
Request approved. Cleared for landing on pad 10. Automated docking initiated.
Oh, I wouldn't say they couldn't ignore it. They can ignore me plenty. Whether they should or shouldn't ignore it, well, that's up to them, I guess. But yeah, I try not to waste their time. So if I go out of my way to email them, it's usually because there's a there's a substantive reason. Well, at least I try to, right? The manual in game, codex, this thing here. The codex has a pilot handbook. Pilot handbook has a system colonization, which has a bunch of screens, but none of these include the text and language that they talked about station points doubling. Everybody loves Lantern Light. I mean, here's the thing. There are some bugs that everybody hates, and there are some design choices that everybody hates, like the point doubling of stations. And there's some funny bugs that everybody loves, like Lantern Light. Everybody loves. They should put no matter how they fix it, they should put like a system beacon or tourist beacon at Lantern Light, because it's been such a fun thing that it deserves, I think, a beacon there. Alright, let's end the poll and see what you guys think. I give it another 5 seconds and then we'll end the poll. So if you haven't gotten your vote in, get your vote in now. In the meanwhile, did I take a screenshot of this thing? Well, we probably need to carry so much stuff that it doesn't really matter what we grab. We got liquid oxygen, we need 509 tons of this thing. We have some steel. How much steel do we need? Oh, amazing. Thank you, Alex. I'll have a look in a sec. Hold on, let me just do a loading dance here. And 199 steel. All right. Oops. And the rest, just about anything. Polymers, I guess. Polymers. Right, we have set a course. Let's see, Alex posted something that I was asking him about. So, concourse landing and window angle. Oh, I see. So it's on the... Oh, that's where it is. Thank you, Alex. That's actually really, really helpful. That's actually really, really helpful. In terms of where it's going to look at. So I was... Alex has helped me by posting where the concourse of a planetary port looks out, so that when we do finally plot one down, hopefully at the end of this evening, we can position it, rotating it so that it actually looks out towards the crater that we're gonna place this thing on the edge of. But again, we'll see how it plays out. And by the way, if anybody is free and is willing to help haul a few loads of stuff to the planetary ports we're finishing, there's lots of construction going on in the system, as you can tell. There's the main effort is focusing on the creation of the Anti-Xeno Initiative headquarters in the system, which is an orbit star station, the one that ended up in the asteroid field. Actually, let's close the poll and see, by the way, what you guys feel. Wow, this is oh, thank you, Emat. This is a polarizing matter, huh? Half of you want to keep it where it is, and half of you want for the station to go back to the star. You know what I want to do now that this is happening? Next time I'm on my carrier, I'm probably gonna kit this cutter with mod shards, so that if I get a single Klops that like hyperdicts me like right now, instead of running away like a chicken, I'm just gonna mod shard it in the face and call it a day. Can I kill it with 4 mod shots? I think I would have to put premium ammo in them, which is kind of annoying. And I would probably like accidentally rearm. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. Forget the mod shots. Too bad. It was a cool concept. It was a cool concept. I would need to have put an experimental weapon stabilizer, but then I lose cargo space. I don't want to do that. So we're just gonna chicken and run. Chicken and run. But I think we have I actually have oh, you bringing steel on the way. What am I bringing? I was bringing 199 tons of steel. Oh, are you bringing steel for the Orbis HQ station? Lantern Light is the super spinny station that Commander Lave something built around a neutron star, and that was spinning like crazy. I don't know if you were on Reddit in the last few days, you would have seen it. Oh wait, guess what? Guess why I have a bounty? Guess why I have... Well, it's not a bounty, it's actually a fine. Guess why I have a fine? Let's see if anybody guesses correctly why I have a fine. And who is responsible for my fine? Oh, thank you, Emat. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think if we could work on the 2 planetary ports remaining, because like once those 2 planetary settlements are up, we can finally plot down the planetary port, and then we will have just 2 tier 3 builds that will be ongoing at the same time, which is it's gonna be fun. Gonna be a fun amount of hauling. And it's a bit disappointing that the concourse is staring at the center of a port, because it's not gonna look that great with a crater around it, but at the very least we can look in that general direction. I mean, it would be cooler if we kind of placed it so that there was like a mountain range behind it or something like that, but I don't know. I've been looking, and I think there's a couple of large. I'll show you when we approach landing here. By the way, I've started placing more and more military and high-tech things. There's a military and research station here, completed. There's another military and research station here, completed. But the economy of the system is still, I think, industrial and high-tech. Industrial military, sorry. Industrial military. It should, in my mind, have switched from industrial military to military high-tech, because the only industrial thing that is in this system is the original outpost that was plotted down when claiming the system. That's a good guess on L, but no, that's not the reason as to why I have a fine. Do I need any commodities in particular? Yeah, I need a bunch of commodities in particular and in general. Like, this is the shopping list of the 2 stations. Like, basic medicine, like liquid oxygen, we need a ton. I think I actually bring in a bunch of this. Structural regulators, service stabilizers. I mean, I can probably do a good chunk of this and finish it up. Like, if you could bring liquid oxygen to the other one and steel to the other one, that would do, that would cover a lot of the other one. All right, we landed. Let's drop off our stuff and head back on out. What do we need? We need a bunch of industrial stuff. We still also need a bunch of like refinery stuff. We need ceramic composite. These are annoying because these I run out of ceramic composite on my carrier, and these are only available at planetary ports, so I have to go and pick them up at a planetary port. But so rather than going to Atlas, let's go to where we can pick up some of the industrial goods, which is like one of the other systems nearby. Oregon terminal. Let's head there. Oh, 07 late line. We were talking about you, I think, right? You're a Mr. Lantern Light, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I love that group. Like, oh, 07 Alta Strand, welcome to the stream. No, so to reveal the mystery, the reason I have a fine is because my autopilot decided to slam me into a construction site and keep me stuck above a different pad than the one I was landing. So the Autodock autopilot managed to get me pod hovering fine while crashing also my ship into a pad repeatedly and almost blowing me up. But that is to be expected, so what can we do? In fact, I should kind of run it by you guys, because I think you guys would have some good input. I'm putting together a consolidated feedback document. I actually have a few things I may want to add based on the feedback I got earlier from the Anti-Casino Initiative. So I may actually do that. 1 second. Yeah, actually there's a few other good ones. Asteroid stations app. Sure. Asteroid spawning inside of them. That was a good one. I think this was it. All right, let me put it on screen. And maybe I will leave it on screen so you guys can read it while I keep hauling. Whoa, wrong button. This button. This button. Let me see if I can actually increase it in terms of font size. I don't think we need this. Let me see if I can actually bring it on screen. There we go. Can I increase the size of this thing? If I made it wider, if I actually view... I delete show print layout. I don't think there's a way to kind of like... Full screen would be a mess. Hold on, let me get all of my Autodock and then... I requested docking permission. It says... Clear for landing, but I'm still going full blast. So I don't... Alright, let me see if I can move this somewhat to the side and also actually reduce the size of this thing so it doesn't take like more than a reasonable amount of screen real estate. And then increase the actual font. Maybe as just fix the size as a result, so that it's actually readable. Okay. This looks like it should kind of be readable, right? I think. I may actually fix the position again. So I'm gonna keep scrolling every once in a while here. And the way I've split it, just so you know, is colonization-related bugs, game-breaking major, manageable minor, then there's other bugs, then there's key feature request, and then there's balance considerations. So that's how I structure the document. Maybe it's not the best way, but this is what it is. So, right. I'll let you read, and then I'll keep skinning. And then what I would be really appreciate is your thoughts on this list, and then if you have any additional things worth adding, it would be great to add to the list. And then I would also like to link them to issue trackers where possible. Not everything has an issue tracker, and maybe not everything should have an issue tracker, but at least some of the things should. So for the things that should have an issue tracker, we should have the link to the issue tracker. So maybe we can add that as we go. And in the meanwhile, I'm like looking up what I need to buy and kind of fishing out a shopping list for the planetary settlement I am setting up here. Oh wow, like that's almost getting there, huh? It's cool. Taking my... This is one of the things that is on the list, by the way, the fact that you should really be able to pin this stuff so that you don't have to do what I'm doing right now, which is take photos with your phone of a shopping list of things that you need to buy. Alright, I assume that you've read through the game-breaking minor stuff, so I'll go down to the minor stuff. Alright, that's what we need to buy. Basic. It's here. 104 of these. How it comes are not going to be available here. Computing plus 131. Coppers and metals, so it wouldn't be here. Evacuation shelter. Not here. Food cartridges, 107. Microcontroller is high tech, so now find it here. Polymers, not here. Military grade fabrics, not here. Reactive armor, not here. Evacuation shelter, not here. Survival equipment, 69. Alright, now I'll assume that you've read through the sort of manageable minor, so I'll go out to other bugs and feature requests. Server stabilizers. There's really not a lot of stuff here. All the stuff I need. Power generators, no? Kind of only half full, which is annoying. Let's see what the other station needs. I might be able to grab stuff for the other nearby station, so that I kind of deliver both in one trip, which would save some annoyance later. Basic medicines 42, and computer components 124, 42, 124, 78, 42, 124, 78, 42, 174, 78, 42, 174, 78. I can't remember what the other things were for. Oh. I don't know, let's just buy a bunch of these. I'll drop them off in my carrier. Anything that's left over shall be dropped in my carrier. Alright, let's head back. I think we've read this by now, and we'll just go to balance considerations. And then after I set a course, I will look at the chat and see what you guys are thinking about it. Okay, I think everybody has a chance to read through all this little essay that I wrote, so I'm gonna take it off of screen. Let's see what you guys are thinking. Hey, one bloke, welcome to the stream. Hey, Digital Day. You notice my carrier is in the wrong tab in the market info. I'm not sure what that entails. Game isn't letting me custom rename a station with arcs. Okay, now I haven't seen that one before, Shane. I'm actually curious to learn more about it. I'm buying aluminum on my food carrier, but it put me in the also produced by instead of consumed by. Sounds like a very specific thing, Digital Day. I think we need more info. Also, kind of a carrier bug more than a colonization bug, but still good to track. Adding to that, construction site not disappearing as the construction is done. I mean, I don't think that's a bug. The construction sites are only cleared up on a weekly basis. So they stick around until Thursday, and Thursday they all get cleaned up. But they do get cleaned up on Thursdays. Unless you're saying that they're still around after Thursday, then I think that would be a bug. But otherwise, I don't think we need to report that they stick around until Thursday. I think that's by design. At least my understanding. Oh, it is by design. Single biggest bug right now. A screenshot required commodities, paste them into paint. Yeah. That's cool. The way to do it in paint is probably even better than what I'm doing in my phone here. The bug, you buy materials from the carrier, but it does not register that you have them in your cargo until the next time. So the workaround for that one, Atlas Rand, is you need to buy them on the market and then exit the market and then go back in the market and back out of the market, and that will result in the cargo showing. It's annoying, but it's a workaround. Where am I going? I'm going to both these places, right? Yeah. Ooh, I got a mosquito here. How does a mosquito show up in March? I don't know, but it did. Key feature request, variety of missions to contribute to construction percentage instead of just pure hauling. Oh, I agree, Ahmed. That's the NPC haulers. I mean, we could expand upon it. Oh, someone's here. Who's here? Emat is here. Hi, Emat. Thank you, Billy. Oh, yeah, you have the workaround already, Alessandro. You got it. Oh, I forgot to do it too when I'm doing it with carriers too. Like, yeah, it's super annoying. You guys are not giving me anything else. Did I get them all? Did I get all the bugs that plague trail grinders right now? Really? I pat myself in the back. Did a good job. Good job, Mac. See that big crater? I was thinking of... I think there's an even bigger crater on the other side. I'll go look at the craters later. It's actually easier to see from the planet map. I'll show it in the planet map in a moment. And I was thinking of building a planet report on the edge of a large crater. Alright. Let's get to dock and then I'll show you the crater situation I was talking about earlier. Alright. So this is where we are. See, there's a big crater here, which I think is the one we're seeing from orbit, but there's an even bigger one down here to the, quote, bottom right, assuming we can call it bottom right, of the thing. And I think these are kind of as big as they get in terms of craters, because this is, by the way, a relatively big planet. It has space for, it's not the biggest, but it's relatively big. So it's got space for five planetary installations. It would be great to also understand how happiness works. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna add to the other bugs, or no, minor bugs. Is like, oops. I'm gonna add to the minor bugs. Happiness starts at 0, week 1. Parenthesis should surely be higher than that? Question mark. On first weekly tick. So. Alright, we delivered a bunch of junk here. Somebody else did too, which is great, I think. No, never mind. There's a bunch of stuff required. I was looking at the wrong column. Alright. Let's go deliver stuff at the other location. Role genetics. The good thing is I managed to place these 200 kilometers apart, which makes it very quick to go from one to the other. Who said Supercruise Assist is only helpful in orbit? Supercruise Overcharge. This thing of like building in batches really kind of does make a big difference, I think, for all the tiny stuff that you need to deliver. It makes it a lot faster. And then next we're gonna go for structural regulators and stuff like that. Which is gonna take us to our friendly Hudson Observatory in HIP 17694 nearby. What are you doing, autopilot? Autopilot is deeply confused. That, Scott, that is, yeah, that's exactly what I was going for. That's right, Scott. Someone's building up the relay station out here, which is nice. I started naming Fred 10 Cyclops. Actually, I'm going to ask a stream for especially members of the XI and XSF. So we're going to need a lot of arcs to rename every single station in this system. So there's going to be like a dishuman number of like funding required to do that. But every small little contribution helps. As again, all this whole money that goes to FDev. If you want to help fund the naming of these systems, we want to name all these installations according to events that are significant, either in honor of AX commanders who have retired from the game, or in honor of particularly meaningful events, like when Commander Glutton Fun died to a Clops on stream. That was what created the Fred 10 Cyclops meme in the AX community, and that's why one of our first stations I named in the system is called Fred 10 Cyclops. I also put in parentheses a station type, so I can actually tell what the heck this thing is, which is an Enodia relay station, because otherwise it's impossible to tell, or certainly to remember. The fact that it's owned by Sirius Inc. is hilarious, but we'll take them over eventually. So this is the Threat 10 Cyclops relay station. Alright, let's jump on over. Does anybody know if colonization will be active tomorrow? I sincerely doubt so. Sincerely doubt so, Ozzy. Just based on the fact that we're finding more and more and larger bugs. So I don't know if they really want to reactivate colonization in a situation where placing station sends them kind of all over the place in random spots. So if I was them, I would not. But yeah, we'll see. They also need a fix for like exploiting that's been happening earlier on. Like we need a way to kind of undo it and deal with it. And it's not as straightforward as it sounds. So yeah, it's not random, it's predetermined and you can actually see it, but it is something that you cannot control. So in that sense, yeah, it would be great that it'd be great if they let you choose. Thank you, Matt. Really appreciate it. So we'll put the $10 to good use and buying arcs for the renaming of stations at the zoo, and it's gonna take a lot of those supers to fund all the naming, but we'll get there. Well, the exploit, I mean, it's unclear what the exploit exactly was. Like, people were talking about commanders duplicating cargo, like dumping it and then somehow telling the game that the number of cargo they had dumped was like 500 units instead of 1 unit, and that kind of allowed them to repeatedly, you know, undog, scour 500 tons of something, or I don't know. The reality is I don't really know. That's right, Tarif. Only 1,000, only 990 to go. But you know, I think it'll be a remarkable system if we can actually name things and give our own names to every station and every installation in the game, because it will make it, again, a more meaningful system. The station that we'll plot out tonight, if we manage to get there, which I hope so, especially with your help, if you can help build out the planetary ports that we're building, will be named Heroes of Sol. In memory of and in recognition of all those who fought during the Fargoid War in defense of Sol and in defense of Earth. And then the other names, I don't know. Like the other Tier 3 station that we will build next is the Xenostrike Force HQ. That's the only one that I'm certain of. And then I wanted to do one installation in honor of Commander Maligno, but I need to think about a proper name to like honor him. I have a few ideas, but we shall see what turns out to kind of like be inspiring versus not. I think we should also have one in honor of Commando Emgram, who was among the founders of the Anti-Xeno Initiative, and was the server owner for the longest time, and is now retired. And he's known by by most friends as Duck, so it'd be something duck oriented. Like I don't know, what would be like an Emgram, like Duck. And there was a joke at some point with someone like creating a sort of pseudo-religion that was kind of like venerating him as a pseudo-god. I don't know, in a very tongue-in-cheek way. So maybe we have one Temple of the Duck. Oh, a Glory to Mankind station. Well, that's a good one. I think that should be our second planetary port. That's a really good name for a second planetary port. Although I have to say, if a first planetary port is called Heroes to Mankind, calling the second one Glory to Mankind is probably a little bit, I don't know, maybe too similar. But Ducks Harbor is a good one. But I think Ducks Harbor sounds a little bit more like the auto-generated names, so it's less memey. But I don't know, like Temple of the Duck. I think Temple of the Duck probably is like something that's kind of more memey. Oh, totally, Alex. You know, we actually, you know what? Well, now I can't name things right now because I'm not on the architect account. I am on my main account. But again, once we're done with this hauling, we're gonna switch, and I might actually buy some of the arcs. Actually, if one more person, actually, what is the? Because I would like to buy the top tier arcs store, the top tier package of arc store, so I get the most, which is 80,000 arcs, because it gives you 1,500 bonus, so you get 100,000 arcs. But in order to do that, I need $60. So if we can get like, and then there's commissions, and then I end up paying taxes on this thing. Well, somebody explained to me I can probably deduct it. So it's anyway, it's a pain in the neck. But I'll do it if I can get 6 supers. Let me see if we can actually edit this goal. Can I edit this goal? No. But forget the number that we have here, 50. If I can get 6 supers, we'll buy the arcs tonight, and then we will rename a bunch of stations once we get on the architect account after we finish with these 2 stations. Oh, Jameson's Revenge is fine, but honoring Commander Jameson's is, I mean, all good and fine in this game. Who doesn't love Commander Jameson? But it's also a bit cliche in Elite Dangerous. I think we can do something a bit more group or personal oriented. What is going on here? The heck? So I hate this thing because like at some point I kind of like realize all my photos are obsolete and I need to go and take a new one because like I deleted a bunch of things at that point. I can't even tell which one like is what it is, and then there's like my daughter taking photos of a carpet, like, and then showing me, Daddy, I have such a wonderful photo of a carpet. I'm like, honey, it's so lovely. That's such a wonderful photo of a carpet. Big gray blob. Let's have a look. What we need. This relay station is almost done. Nice. And this one, these are gonna need more work though. So these we need to haul. I'll take a screenshot of both this one and the next one, since I think we might want to do a double haul of this stuff. All right. I don't think I need to scroll down, but. What we're buying? We're buying a bunch of things. We're buying so many components we're not buying because we can't get them here. Evacuation shelter, we need 105 of these. Microcontrollers, can we get microcontrollers around here? Yes. Microcontrollers 37. Reactive armor 69. Structural regulators 294. Ah, we're out of structural regulators. Now this is annoying. Service stabilizer 174. Those are usually always in good supply. we have copper here. 89 copper. That's fine. And military grade fabric should be here. We're gonna have to do another trip anyway, but it's 75. And that's all we can carry realistically, I think. We're short 40, but I don't think we should fill. Oh, we have polymers here. Oh, good, we can get some polymers. Still gonna need to do one more trip, but getting close. Oh wait, I think the rest of the community is doing an amazing job at the main starport, because this one's already like 27% full in like a day. This is incredible. The Holy Quack. Actually, it's a good one, just to nobody. Like, yeah, all kind of those dark related names, or dark myths mixed with cult religion stuff. I think those all those would be fun, cool ways. But like the industrial settlement that we started the system of is totally getting renamed Storm Rage Industries. Like, totally. And then we might actually plot down an industrial settlement down here, even though it kind of goes in the wrong direction of specializing the economy. But there's a meme reason why we want one of the ground stations on here to be renamed Pale Horse Industrial Complex. That was actually Aaron's idea, so we'll name it that. But this will be as part of the next wave of stuff that we jot down. As again, right now we're kind of focused on building up the first and beginning of the second wave of construction. The Pleiades are not 1,000 light years south. They're 200 light years south. Very big difference.
Signing off.
And no, they did not accidentally open a colonization contact. We came 16 light years at a time, but very quickly. Very, very quickly. Federation of Quack, I don't know. Federation carries Federation tones, and we're a very independent group, so like not. But there's some good idea. Ducks Pond, Ducks Harbor. Actually, let's ask Michal. Michal was like the guy who was like the one proposing, and kind of like he was the guy. I don't know if you guys might have seen on Reddit if you were around a while back. He was the guy who was interdicting people in open, but not to gank them. He was stopping them, and he was stopping them to talk to them about the Church of the Duck. And all he did was like stop them to talk to them about the Church of the Duck. And after a while, people picked up on it on Reddit saying, "Look, this crazy stuff happened. This guy stopped me to talk about the Church of the Duck." And, you know, it was like, it became like a meme in and of itself. Let's ask him. Michal, ping him. We will name a station after Emgram as his most devout disciple. What do you think we should name it? Let's see what he says. And the meanwhile, we got completely turned around here, which is fine. As a reminder, folks, if we can get 5 more people to contribute to the ARC's funding pool, we'll be able to make the most of the ARC's purchase, because we'll get the biggest bonus, and ARCs are going to be the cheapest, which will come in handy because we have a lot of stations to name in this system. So I appreciate your support. And Emet, thank you for being the first. I actually have to click like on this thing. There we go. Like, and give you a heart. Oh, someone's carrying there, huh? Who's there? Emet. Emet's alright, heading to the same kind of range of destinations I am, but I'm kind of coming in a little too hot. See if we can slow down. 40, 30. Yeah, I should be able to, but if I do, it'll be barely. Yeah, I managed. Alright, we're in drop speed. Tell us more about this ARX fund. Yeah, so basically, one of my goals for this system, one of our collective goals for the system, is to fully. Did I go to side Alicia? Why did I go to side Alicia? I am deeply confused. This is not where I'm supposed to go. By the way, for whatever reason, side Alicia's does not have a dockable pad. But what are we building first? Are we building the military one, or well, we gotta build them both, so it's not make a difference. But like, I think one of them was very close to completion, more so than the other. I think it was the other one. It was yeah, the military one. You shouldn't surprise. Alright, let's go there. So I was saying, we have a lot of stations to name, and the ARX fund is to fund the naming of the stations and the headquarters of the Anti-Casino Initiative. And we'll start tonight with naming a bunch of them. One, Storm Rage Industries, which would be named after our commander, O'Neill Storm Rage. And then one being for Commander Engram, who retired from Anti-Casino combat in the game. Am I going in the right direction? Oh yeah, there it is. All right, let's do that. And then we'll think about like, wanted to name one after Commander Maligno. Like, you know, one of the biggest claim to fame of Commander Maligno is he did the first, what we call the Octogoid. So maybe something like Maligno's Octogoid, which is the first Octogoid, as in taking down 8 interceptors all by yourself in a hyperdiction by meeting 4 and then manually spawning an additional 4 using meta alloys to feed them and have them call in another 4 Cyclops. That was quite the thing back in the day. How does one donate to the ARX fund? You can use a super here. You can use a super chat or whatever YouTube calls it. There should be a dollar icon thingy that lets you contribute money. And I'll contribute too. So I said we needed 6 for the $60 for the fund, but I'll put in my own 10. So let's go at 50. 50 plus Mechan's own 10. All right, let's drop what stuff we got here. We got some computer components that we need to probably drop off at our carry. We only got 3 things left, of which one is planetary, but again. Structural regulators, polymers, and ceramic composites. All right. If we pick those up, I might want to pick up... actually, I think I said I brought computer components because this other place wanted computer components, right? Does this place want computer components? That should be a faster way to kind of like double check, but there isn't, so anyway, whatever, fine. Do you want computer components? You don't want computer components. You're good on computer components. So, should we go and drop them on the carrier, or should we just dump them in hyperspace? I think we can dump them in hyperspace. Take a screenshot of this thing here. This is a single load or whatever is left. Thank you, Scott. Much appreciated. We got more contributions to the ARCS Fund. We just got 3 to go, and that will allow us to name a lot of things later tonight once we're done with the building. We can do the naming. Where are we going? Hold on. We need to set a course first. I would just dump the computer components. It's not a lot anyway. So I need structural regulators, I need polymers, and I need something composites. Ceramic composites. Let's see if there is one station where I can get all 3, hopefully. Nope, there isn't. So forget structural regulators for a moment. Got Daniel's progress, and that's where I got a ton, so let's do that. This has to be a planetary destination because ceramic composites are only available at planets, sadly. I might just stock up and drop the additional ceramic composite back on my carrier. Like it does save a bunch of trips when I do that. And trips to planetary ports are the slowest because like, you have to actually glide your way in and it takes freaking forever. Mechan's mechanics. Well, thank you, Onel. Well, I think you guys should decide what if any, like, name you should give to a settlement around, like, for Mechan. Mecha mechanics is, yeah, it could be an option. I mean, like, rather than naming it specifically after me, if there is like a meme version that could be named after one of the things that I'm kind of like known for or jokingly known for, naming one of our research stations something like Mechan's Clean Drives Research Establishment. Like, people like to give me a lot of grief for my shielded Titan bombers that use clean drives. Could get in on the joke and call it that, like, or maybe even without Mechan, just clean drives research facility. That could be a good one, I think. Yeah, 2L, 2M crate. It's actually 2M, 2S crate, but if you have large Gauss, EMAT, and EMAT, and you're hoarding it without telling us about large Gauss cannons, you really need to let us know about those large Gauss cannons. But yeah, the other alternative is like clean drives. You know, clean drives research facility is a funny one. Another one could be 2M, 2S, or 2 medium, 2 small, crate Mark II research facility or something like that. Because again, that's the other thing that's like people associate me with. The Hydra Sidewinder, yeah, that one too. Right, like Sidey Hydra is obviously like a pretty iconic thing. What would that be called? All right. It would be a military settlement that we would rename in that case. Like, I would imagine. Mechan's Ice Cream Parlor. Yeah, the other system, but the other system is kind of more of a test system. Bomber shipyards, that's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, that Mamba build is pretty good. I mean, I know some people like to grief it, but I still think it's pretty good. Crate Salesman School. Oh, I love that one. That one's good, Alex. Like 2M2S Crate Salesman School or something like that. As a military settlement. Since we need some names also for military settlements. That's a really good one. We should add it to a list. Maybe we'll do a poll. Like, we'll see what the poll says. But that's a good one. Alright. Coming in way too hot. Have to go down before we can go back up. And we made it. I got a little far, so I can actually drop to fly from here at a pretty shallow angle. Boy, I have no idea how much 400 Thai baht are in US dollars, but I appreciate obviously any contribution. We're on approach. Well, thank you for that. Appreciate it. My ice cream system is in pirate attack state. Wow. Yeah, it's not very high security of a system. Unlike the zoo, which is like already high security, and then we haven't barely begun like building military installations. So like the zoo is going to be truly one of the most fortified systems in the galaxy after we're done, since half of its stuff is going to be military. Industrial military, high security already. That's nice. And this one's almost done. This one needs ceramic composite and power generators. I might actually finish it off since I'm picking up ceramic composites. Might go there first, drop these off. I wonder if there's power generators here at Daniel's Progress. I have them on my carrier if it doesn't. This is extraction, so it's unlikely to have power generators. Yeah, it does. It's got plenty of the other things though. So we need 253 polymers. And then we'll just stock up. I don't think there's structural regulators here. Nope. Just stock up of ceramic composites for the rest. Unfortunately, there's no power generators. I think I should have kind of left space for 10. Yeah, so high security. That's right, Alex. You can tell which system I'm building, huh? Just by looking at the galaxy map. All right, let's see. We can buy 25,000 arcs with the $20 we got from you guys. So, not the biggest discount, but it's fine and more than enough for today. So thank you. Let me actually go ahead and do that after I set a course for the Bolden Enterprise construction thing. We're gonna be way too fast. Whoa! Kind of scary when a kind of planet comes at you at that speed. Alright, now we should be able to get there with a super cruise braking without overshooting. So let's go for the arcs purchase in the meanwhile. Let me actually set a docking course first, and then I'll do that. I also need to make sure I buy on the right account, because it'd be disappointing if I didn't. Alright. Elite Dangerous Arcs Store. It also didn't work yesterday, so hopefully it works today. Dollars. Alright. Cool. Logging in. That's the right account. Let's do this. See if it works today. Looks like it's working, which is nice. Let's see how it goes. Alright, it worked. My arcs balance did not update. No, it did. No, it did. Alright, so we got the arcs. We got the arcs on the architect account. So we'll be able to name things, which is nice. Thank you for your support and contribution to the arcs naming fund. Let's drop some of the ceramics here. Someone needs still 8 to 10 power generators, but those I have in my car, I can kind of drop them off later if I need to. What we're dropping off at Petite Munitions, I think that's where we're going. Yep. Hey Baron, welcome and go to Mankind. Yeah, I know, but this cutter is sturdy enough that even if it takes a dent or two from the other pilot, I haven't lost a cutter docking in a while. Knock on wood. No. After I said this, I'm gonna die probably the next time I dock, so it's fine. Oh, Veronica is here. Ciao. Haven't seen Ciao in a while. I want to say hello. Ciao. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing great. Too hot. I should have. Actually, I managed to slow down, which is great. See how we're doing on other things. This one's practically done. This has 10 power generators. This one is 29%, which is amazing. And these are the ones that we're currently focusing on. Let's see. Ceramic composite, polymers, and structure. This one also needs ceramic composite. Okay, I'll drop off the both. This planet also has atmospheric effects, which makes for some pretty amazing lighting, I find. It's one of the things that they've done really good with Odyssey, is like the atmospheric lighting effects are really well done. Ima, what are you bringing? That's it. The other place as our next stop. It is a lot further behind in building. Yeah, this is gonna take, I don't know, 4 or 5 hauls. Alright, we just got structural regulators here left. And let's go to our next spot here. Drop off the stuff we're carrying. Locks and polymers, that's nice. Need a ton of those at the other station. Going in steep, but going good. Prices on some of the local carriers are terrible, and don't buy from that carrier. Buy somewhere else. I guess there's some people who hope to profit from like our construction efforts here, which is a bit lame. So we need to go pick up structural regulators next. See how many ceramic composite we have left. If we have enough, we're gonna drop them off with our carrier on the way out. 127, that's not enough to gonna really bother dropping off. We'll have a look at the shopping list here after we dock at our target. Well, there's actually structural regulators. Like, structural regulators I occupy most of our cargo hold anyway. So where are we going? Going to buy structural regulators. Where do we get those? We get those nearby. Who has a good supply? Structural regulators. Kipling should have a good supply, but Kipling, I might want to go to Hudson again. But Hudson is empty, so actually none of those have a lot. Stillman Hub in Concordia has a lot, but that's freaking halfway across the galaxy. The Oracle may or may not have a decent supply. Reed's Rest. Reed's Rest is probably a place to go. We haven't been to Merope in a while anyway. Right? Good place to hang out. I like Merope. Wanna play at his proper. Ooh. Mosquitoes here. Ah, let's see if I can get at least. No luck. Very resistant bug. See, bugs and bugs and bugs. I got an additional class of bugs here too. Actually, once we get in the course correction. So Xenomorph, I can't see any information on my economy. That is kind of odd. Yeah, I agree. No bugs are safe for men. That's funny, Chicky. Alright, let's see if we can plot a course to Reed's Rest. And then... yeah, course plotted. Set. Let me open the window, see if I can get the temperature of this place to get back to a survivable range. I'm trying to see if I could find that mosquito again, but I didn't. See if I can actually get the camera to sync again. Nope, I'll have to manually fix it. So let's fix it manually. Fixed. Squadron chat. No, I'm not a distant. I mean, I'm super supportive of a Distant World Expedition participants and organizers because it's an amazing event, and I'm so glad that it's happening. But me myself, I'm not really much of an explorer. I don't like being out in the black for so long. I mean, I tried exploring like a couple of times. I went like 2,000 light years, and I was like, this is boring. Gotta go back. Either that or kind of self-destructed and exploded and went back the fast way. But it's super exciting that there's that event. Do we all see what's going on with Cohere lately? Unless a few of us are going crazy. I don't know. Are you going crazy? What is going on with Cohere? You tell me. I'm not sure I know what's going on. What is going on with Cohere? I mean, it was all clumped together, but I thought they had fixed that. If that's what was going on, then yes, that we had seen. Have I not asked for docking? Come on. Request docking. Alright, I have to ask for it 4 times. It's piercing itself back together. Do you have a screenshot of that, Laura? Larry, I think they kind of had it all lumped together and they kind of tried to fix it. I don't know how they fixed it, I don't know what they did with it, but I don't know if it's intentional, if it's like a byproduct of trying to fix the prior bug. And hey Pete, SP, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I didn't watch Miles' video, so I can't really tell. Actually, should I also plop this up a little bit further? It's like even further, actually. That might be a bit too much. Oh gosh, it's always tricky. Ah. That should be fine. There's my head. Ah, cool. That's good. So what were we here to buy? We were here to buy structural regulators by the crap ton, right? Let me take a screenshot of my hover property thingy. Stationy. Ooh, there's the bug is now next to it. Oh, this is not a mosquito. This is like a kind of harmless little bug. We're gonna leave you alone. Not all bugs are evil. Most are, but not all of them. What we're doing, we're looking up the screenshot for this thingy here, right? Yeah, cool. Actually, let's do the thing down below, because I can do sum up. All right, cool. So in terms of surface stabilizer, it's 254 structural regulators. It's 244 plus 265 is 509. 509 structural regulators. Oh, we don't have enough. We have to drop the. Oops, sorry. I have to drop the cargo first. Did I really carry all this junk around for this long? I guess. So we said 509 of his stuff. And then what we got? Superconductors. What we got? What can we get here? Advanced catalyzers. We got a bunch. We need a bunch of those. Medical diagnostic equipment. 120. And Muon imagers. 274. We're actually not gonna have enough cargo space for all that, I think. Assuming they're even sold here, which they don't seem to be. Microcontrollers, yes, these are available. 41. Geological equipment, that's usually not here. Evacuation shelter, and it would be earlier. Microcontrollers, warning with fruit and vegetables. There should be I knew I needed to take a screenshot of the other thing as well. What is it going to be? Advanced catalyzer. I think we need a ton of advanced catalyzer for that thing. Might just fill up on advanced catalyzers. Right. Yeah, crap ton of advanced Skylars, so let's just fill up on these. Alright, let's head back. Where am I getting metals from at the moment? Any nearby systems yet? Atlas is probably the only system that actually produces them. There's no refinery up and running. Actually, Xenomorph is trying to build and set up a refinery, but for whatever reason, his system isn't converting to refinery. It might be something to do with a tick, but right. We'll see if the tick results in his system converting correctly or not. It is within one jump from the zoo. I'll show you in a second. As soon as I'm clear of hyperspace. Just set a course. The thing is, the system map of the zoo takes a very long time to load, which makes me worry about what's going to happen when the number of stations is triple what it currently is. But you know, let's worry once we get there. Tarif, if you want to grab anything but structural regulators, which I'm bringing. Anything that's needed at the genetics forum site, because Petit Munition is kind of done. This is the last delivered. And Alex, I was saying the refinery is, I think this one. Yeah, it's 28 light years away from the zoo, so it's well within latent cutter range. Sorry. Well within. Points don't double after 10 builds, Xenomorph. They double after you build 2 large stations. Large stations being defined as tier 2 or tier 3 star ports or planetary ports. See, that's like one of the big craters, but I think I gotta go and compare if that is the bigger one or it's not the bigger one. That for sure is kind of pretty freaking big one up there. I think the one on the side was even bigger. Yeah, you don't want to build mining settlements. You just go into extraction. And we are done with petite munitions. Ta-da! One more to go before we can plot down our planetary port. Let's get out of here. Go to our next stop, which is homogenetics, blah blah blah. The fun thing is you could also fly in normal space, it's just fast if you're gonna like super cruise. I love Super Cruise Overcharge so much. We're coming in too steep, but it's gonna be okay. Right our way around. Oh wow. We need to actually go way shallower if we're gonna make it anywhere close. Oh, I almost failed the glide. Glide complete. Oh well. We might have gone faster without the Super Cruise whole experience, but whatever. A good thing about the cutter is that it's freaking fast even laden. So these are all settlement size medium, but these should be settlement size large. Or am I missing something, guys? This is one of the bugs that I created the wrong size. Gave me the points though, which is guess what I care about the most. So, oh, I do think that it's building the wrong ones if it says settlement size medium. Alright, and we'll set a course for which place has advanced catalyzers. Oh, maybe. That's what it is, Lemon. I don't know. But the tourist settlement I plot down is definitely large. But, again, we have to be in system, I guess, to see that one. Alright, we did all these. Let's do advanced catalyzers and service stabilizers, building fabricators. Advanced catalyzers. Building fabricators, I think we said. And evacuation shelter. What else do we need? Geological equipment. And more an imager. See what we got. Yeah, no. Like the destinations. Vacation shelter +2. Let's actually get rid of a bunch of these limitations. See if there's actually something closer. Sending me to a planetary station, I think that's fine. So you can kind of lose the... Yeah, I think it's sending me to planetary installations regardless because of the moon imager. Looks like it wants moon imagers to be picked up at planetary stations, and that's fine. There's like only one spot that sells them around here, so that's where we're going. And that is over here. Black Mount Habitation. Station economy only changing on service deck. Are you sure about that, Alex? You positive? Thank you for grabbing those, Tyree. I'll go get the moon images and whatever I can pick up over there. Definitely need a bunch of catalyzers. What are the best planetary installations to build first? Well, the question now depends on what you're going with in terms of the overall system. If you're going for a military and high-tech system, relay stations are high-tech, so those are, you know, a great option for high-tech. Satellites and comm stations are pretty decent and give you complementary stats as far as tier 1 point generating structures are concerned. But maybe you want to go with a full-on pirate system and it's all pirate and illegal bases, and that's fine too, but it's a very different approach. Again, it depends on what you're going for. There's space farms if you want an agricultural settlement, and that's what you would go for. I mentioned something about metalloys and goys 40 minutes. Are metalloys there to loot the goys? I'm confused. So, if you drop 5 tons of Fargoid commodities, they don't have to actually be meta alloys. They need to be Fargoid commodities. So, meta alloys are just the ones that are usually easiest to acquire that qualify as Fargoid commodities. But if you drop 5 tons of Fargoid commodities next to a so-called peaceful interceptor, that is one that just scans you, but doesn't actively attack you, the interceptor is going to scoop it up and, quote, eat it. And after it eats 5 tons of Fargoid commodities, it will summon another Cyclops. And if you have 4 interceptors in the instance, you can have each of those 4 summon an additional Cyclops. So that's how you generate the Octagoid instance. My system is trying to go for, if you're asking me, my system is trying to go military high-tech. But right now is industrial military industrial. Because I guess of the initial port, that's the only industrial thing that it has in the entire system. I think we ran a little bit too fast down here. But somehow we recovered. Alright. Let's get some screenshots of the stuff we needed. Terry said he was getting the advanced catalyzer, so we should be good in that. Let's see what else we're gonna need. Oh, we need 10 power converters, 10 power generators here to finish that station as well. And then we need, let me take a screenshot of this. I think we're almost down to a single screen. Yeah, we're down to a single screen. That's exciting. Trash, and trash, and trash, and trash. All right. All right. We have a shopping list. So catalyzers are good. We need 10 power generators. Oh, we're not landed yet. Wow. They auto dock took us for a ride. Yeah, no, it's you're right. We should put on some music. I know that some people love it, some people hate it. It's a bit of a mix, but we've been without music for long enough that I think we can probably put on some music again, and people kind of like it, somehow tolerate it, would tolerate it. So let's see if we can get that running. Spotify. And there we go. Is spot on? No, it's not. Let me turn it on. Not spot. It's like, sorry, I'm trying to configure 77 things. You should have a music snip, not spot snip. Alright. At some point it should show up also. Show up and now playing whenever that comes up. Do I have cartographic data, by the way? I think I do, yeah. So let's see. Catalyzers are good. Building fabricators, not available here. Evacuation shelter, we got it. So how much money do we need? 78. Food cartridges, I don't even know if they have them here. No, they don't. Fruit and veggies, nope. Geological equipment, 81. No, that's an industrial one. Moon imager, 274. That's a big low. And then I would need semiconductors, superconductors. I don't think I have either here. Nope. None of the rest we need at all. Structural regulators. Nope. Need surface stabilizers. We don't have those. Alright, this is it. Half load, but unnecessary half load from a planetary port, so it is what it is. Alright, LZ, thanks for joining. I think we have at least 3 people helping right now, so this should go really fast. And off we go. Yeah, I mean, unless you really want to do a Coralie first for a specific reason, especially if you're alone, it's kind of tiring to call that much. Like, I mean, also Coralie is like, you know, if you want a large pad and you kind of want to go the effort of putting something that has a large pad, and also you're not alone. People are helping. You know, you might as well put down an Orbis or an Ocellus. But yeah, Corelli is like, yeah, I don't know. Tier 2 stations are kind of scratch head for me right now. I did put 2 asteroid bases just because I wanted to see what they look like, and the first one ended up in the wrong spot because of this wrong spot bug. So... Oh, I forgot to buy power generators. Shame on me. I think I have them in my carrier. Should I go get them in my carrier? No, let's finish this first. Actually, I have to go to an industrial spot after this anyway, so... Navy interdiction, come on. Really? Yeah, 220 is a big number, I agree, LM2. I'm glad you liked them, Baron. We started working. I haven't made a lot of progress, to be honest, because life got in the way, but we started working on the sequel album. Alex, are you done with your system, by the way, or are you building something else out there? No, you have your port. Yeah, that makes sense. When we're on approach, I want to check how we're doing on the build of a main starport. The asteroid starport. Yeah. The ice asteroid ring Orbis, the only one in the game. Glory to mankind. Amen. Yeah, hopefully I'll get access to a test server, and if I get access to a test server, whenever they decide we can stream, then we'll stream. Oh, I completely agree. I do hope we get a cancel button. Iconic station design is a new endgame, Cisco. Well, I mean, there's some of it, I guess. I don't know if it's iconic station design, but it's like fortifying systems in hostile territory and making a statement against the Fargoids. Kinda is, I guess. At least that's the idea. Alright, let's see what we can drop off. $95. Alright, we should be almost done. This is building fabricators, food cutters, fruit and vegetables, and geological equipment. I'll go get, I think I have a fruit and vegetables on my carrier. So I might go get those. Eman, if you want to go to an industrial settlement and pick up the rest, I think it would be great. But yeah, I'll go to my carrier. Also see if I have the power generators on my carrier, which I might. I don't know why I'm looking here, but yeah, that's right. That's see why I asked you, Alex. You understand now why I asked you for that screenshot, right? I was gonna go visit a random port before you kindly sent me that screenshot. Come on, come on, come on. We can do it, we can do it, we can do it. We can do it, we can get in range, we can get in range. We are in range, but not in direction. We're staying in range. That's good. We'll make it. Nice.
Communications established. We are ready to receive docking requests. Access granted. Proceed to your
See if we actually have the power generators here.
docking request confirmed. Assisted approach is good.
How much materials does building a colony compare to, say, repairing a destroyed station? You know, the thing is, I don't actually know how many materials it takes to repair a station after a Fargo attack. Maybe someone from Operation Ida here would know, but I don't. So I can't really tell you a comparison because I don't know how much the denominator of your question is. I can tell you the total build tonnage for this project, for this system, is 2.5 million tons, which is comparable to a low to mid tier of an entire community goal, like haulage overall. So it's a lot. We should also refuel. Like, do we have stuff in here? How much tritium do we need? 380, 374. 374. Let's do tritium first. This is so slow. This is on my kind of bug list. It's really, really too slow. You should have the accelerated thing like they have on pretty much every other interface. Alright, do we have power generators? Do we have 10 power generators? Come on. Power... If we are... Power generator. Oh, we only have 2. Oh, man. That sucks. But we do have fruit and vegetables, right? Can I take a screenshot of how many we needed? Nope, of course not. Let's have a look. This is like the closest to completion but not completed thing in like ever. Emat, if you're going to an industrial system, can you pick up 10 power generators and drop them off at the relay station that is 99.999% complete except for 10 power generators? Do you mind? Alright, let's have a look at what else we need in here. Building fabricators, food carriers, fruit and vegetables, 78 and 68. 78 fruit, 68 food carriers. 78 fruit and vegetables. I think I have those. Yeah, 78 fruit and vegetables. And 68 fruit. Like food cartridge, I don't know if I have the food cartridges. I might or might not. Nope. I got 60. Might as well drop them off. Not that it makes a difference, but like, still gotta go pick them up. What else did it need it? Building fabricators. I don't think I have any building fabricators here. Nope. Comma stabilize. That's all. Let's fill up our tank. Oh, I got the math wrong. I'm missing 2 tons of fuel. Let's go and drop off his food and veggies. Thank you, Matt.
You have this off.
2.5 million tons. How does one especially accept the players to maintain that level of activity of multiple colonies perpetuity? Well, I don't think they expect anything.
We'll see you soon, Commander.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a carrier that costs 3 times as much and is 2 times as large. That would be nice. Oh, thank you, Emet. He went too far. Now we have to do the spiral of shame. The landing spiral of shame. Oh, I agree. Yeah. Make it 4 times as expensive to buy, 3 times expensive to run, with double the cargo. I'll take it in a heartbeat. Heck, even if it was 100 billion, I would take it. All right. I don't know. I think there should be settlement size large, which is the plus plus plus. I don't know why these show settlement size medium. All of them do, by the way. So it's like, and these also say docking offline. I don't know why it says docking offline for all of them. Kind of makes me wonder why docking is offline on all of them. Alright, let's drop our food and veggies and what few food cartridges we have. This is gonna wait for a final load from Emet. That is bringing the industrial stuff. And we should be ready to then switch accounts and go and plot down our planetary port. We actually need some time to do it. So, you know what, I might switch accounts now, since we have to kind of go places anyway. So let's do that. Let's switch accounts. I should also clear that fine of mine before I do stuff. Why a civilian planetary outpost killed me and my cutter after completing it? I don't know. Were you blocking a pad? That's really the only reason I can think off the top of my head. Thank you, Emet. I am switching accounts and then I'm heading to the location to see if we can plot down our planetary port. And we're gonna have some renaming to do. Now the arcs came through. And we can always rename it. Once you've paid the arcs to rename a station, you can rename it as many times as you want. So maybe we'll give a few things some also temporary names. What was the 2M2S crate sales something, Sales Academy, or I don't know. Like there was a really funny name, Alex, you had for the military station, Mechan related. Yeah, this solo as Sidewinder is very fragile. Great salesmanship school. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, we'll think about it. Alright, we are around here. Now, I think, want to go to Super Cruise and get some distance in here. It's gonna take us a while to get in place at the crater that I've been talking about. We also don't have Super Cruise Overcharge on our starter Sidewinder, so it's flying old school out here. Let's just go straight up and get some speed. I don't think we need carriers, just clutter things. That's better. Alright, we've gotten some height. Gonna slow down, and then that is not the mega crater I was talking about. I don't think I can see it. I might want to kind of go into night vision, but night vision kind of doesn't really do anything unless you're like within 30 kilometers or something. I wish I had like one of those planetary scanner thingies, because again, these are not the craters that I'm talking about. I have to kind of get even further away. Maybe from an even further distance, it'd be easy to see them. Sell the relay station. Yeah, the relay station would be funny. Although I think having a military a military settlement that's called something pertaining to that would be funnier. Oh, we're still too close. Kind of may want to go like an external camera. It's like it's kind of easier to actually see an external camera, especially with like the full zoomed out. Whoa! Where are you, big craters? Oh, I see one. I see one at the top. Alright, now I have a general idea where they are, at least. Which is over up here. I'm going way too fast, but we should come across the crater about here. There it is. I see the streaks. I think that's the big one. I'm not 100% sure though. Again, I'm gonna get some altitude and see if I can actually maybe. Thing is, don't want to get too much altitude because then you're kind of too far. Like, slow down, turn around. So that's one. Is that the one? I mean, that's pretty freaking humongous. So it might be the one. I think it might be the one. I think it's the one. See if we can see like a system like planetary map. Kind of very hard to tell like from space where you are and where you're not. But I think this is it. Also the day-night line isn't the correct one. There should be another one like that is like top left compared to where this is. There's only two, and there's another one down here though, so I want to make sure it's not this one. So there should be another one close to this one. If it is the one, if there is another one close here, then I think we got the right one. But the problem is we need to be like within 32 kilometers of the surface to be able to actually see freaking anything. I don't see freaking anything. And getting at this range gets you like way too. Yeah, like within 32 kilometers. I had to go all the way down to glide to actually be able to see the ground. And even then, I only be able to see like within 32 kilometers. Glide of boarding, yeah, no, of course I'm boarding. It's like I can't quite tell if that. I can see if there's like a range or distance that you can actually see that better. If not, then that's our crater. That's our crater. End of story. So this has better contrast, at least. It kind of shows at least some contrast. And I don't see any mega craters around here, so kind of gives me pause that the crater we're talking about is. And now with the sun, though, it's like impossible to see anything. I don't know. Let's see if we can turn around this way. Go around. I see something here. Can I? Ooh, I think I see it. I think I see it. 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 It's right here. Oof. I can't say it's right there, but it was somewhere around there. See again. I have like a. I think this is the mega crater. Again, I kind of need the external camera or turn the HUD off. Actually, I'll turn the HUD off. If I turn the HUD off, yeah, look at this crater. It's actually much better with the HUD off. Look at this thing. This is where we're gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna need to deal with my camera lighting because it's like so freaking hard to see without night vision in the dark. I think we're in the right spot now. I can't see a thing. I cannot see a thing. I might have actually turned up the lighting in the gamma because like I cannot see a freaking thing. This is a bit like cheating, but otherwise I can't see. Well, the gamma, is that the ridge of a crater? I think this is a ridge of a crater, right? Now at least I can see. Yeah, this is a overarching crater base. This thing is freaking humongous. It's also not very steep though, right? Now we can finally see it. It is not very steep. Or at least this part of it is not very steep. See if we get closer to it, if it gets steeper or not. Oh wait, doesn't the cockpit of a Sidewinder without the HUD look really crummy? It does look steeper once you get closer to the edge, I guess. This is a freaking humongous crater. It's one of the biggest I've ever seen. Thing about it though is, again, the edge is not all that steep, at least not in this place. And it's almost too big that it's kind of hard to see that it's even a crater, considering how freaking enormous it is. You know what? I've decided I don't like this crater. It's too big. I think let's go and see the one in the daytime. If it has kind of sharper, not sharper, steeper edges, ridges, whatever it's like. Whatever. Not to mention it's in complete darkness. I think we can fix the gamma that way now. As the gamma is going crazy. Ah, that's more sane, gamma-wise. The rotational period is, I have no idea. Now, this is a primary system, so it shouldn't be, what's it called, tidally locked, so. I would. It's in the sun. Where we're going is in the sun, it'll be fine. Yeah, so what I wanted to do, like, was, you know, put a port that is enough on the edge that actually hangs off and creates kind of a ledge. That was my idea, at least. Creating like a ledge that overhangs from the crater. I did something similar on Niturus settlement in the sort of ice cream system, but where is the daytime crater again? This planet is actually really big. It might not seem that way at first, but it really is. Where did that? Oh, there it is. I think I see the streaks. Yeah. I see the streaks now. Pitch now. There it is. I think this one looks like it should have like a steeper edge. It is also still freaking massive. Let's see, like this kind of looks like a bit more of a steeper edge of a steeper edge. It looks like there's also like a bump up, which would be pretty good on the darker side, on the black side, like over there. Yeah, but even if it's just a bump that hangs all the way down, it's fine. Any thoughts on when the claims will come back, Andre? I have no idea, but I think it will be weeks, not days, would be my hunch. There's a lot of stuff they need to fix. Alright, I think somewhere around here would be great. Whoa! Slow down, Sidey. Now the question is, did we get the tier 3 points sorted out or not yet? Emat, are you delivering the final commodities at the botanics? Because it looks like you haven't yet. And as a result, I don't think we have. Yeah, we don't have the points yet. We can start constructing our stuff because like. That we can do. We have 2 points. Oh, it done. Never mind. You just did. Literally. Just did. Thank you. Okay, so we're good to... No, something's missing. Something's wrong. Why do I only have 4 points? Oh, you're delivering the last 8 food cartridges now? Dropping out of cruise? Oh, okay, cool. So, like, dropping the final stuff off. But we can build some stuff now, because like we have 2 points and 4 points here. We built relay stations around these systems. So I was on the fence about building a military port and scientific port across one of these places, because like what I was thinking of doing was like seeing if I could make like this an industrial system for the 3rd port after we do these 2. But it's kind of risky to kind of mix and match like things. Like the other thing is like go and start building like down here, but this would be kind of more like phase 2 kind of stuff, because it's annoying to kind of do. I think the more reasonable thing is to fill the other less meaningful slots with stuff, which according to our tracker, which I have somewhere, so I built 2 satellites, 3 comm station, 2 relays. The next thing would be, I think the correct thing here would be to do 2 satellites and 2 comm stations, right? That would be the correct thing to do. And for whatever reason, it's view only. It's view only because I'm on the wrong account here. Alright, now we're on the right account and we can play with it. Yeah, so I think this is 2 satellites. Two satellites and 2 comm stations. It'd be 4 and 5. Yeah, that looks right. So it'd be 2 satellites and 2 comm stations. Well, let's build the 2 satellites first then. Can build it down here since we're at it. I want to kind of keep these like. Build them in like a place that didn't particularly matter. Right. Like here, for example. We have 3 available, and then we should actually go to 4 once that is built. So let's actually place the first satellite here. Our mass. Alright. First satellite placed. I said 2 satellites, right? Yeah, 2 satellites. Second satellite. I got a second satellite. And then I'm gonna wait to place the 3rd one because I want to make sure we're able to construct the port once this clears, and hopefully this clears quickly. We have 8 food cartridges left. I think that's what Ema was talking about delivering. How long is it here? I'm really curious about this planet. I'll have a look what the statistics are. Orbital period 10.5 days. It's pretty fast. But it's like spinning with its neighbor, so it's like one of these 2. It's tidally locked, but it's tidally locked to its partner here, right? So they kind of like spin each. The rotation period is 14.5. 14.5 days, night and day, and Orbital period is 10.5. Now, I don't know what the overall year, but the orbital period of this one is 13 days. And the orbital period of this one is 66.2 days. So it's somewhere in between. It's probably like 20 or 25, something like that. Yeah, we need another star, I agree. That would solve the problem. Your HOTAS just quit and you crashed. Oh no, Emat, very sorry to hear. So softer theme got to go now. Just my pride is completely broken. It's okay. Did you manage to get the cartridges or no? Or do we have to go get the cartridges? Or did we lose Emat? Is Emat still here? Do we have the cartridges, or do I need to kind of switch accounts and go get the cartridges? So I don't think I even have 6 tons of cargo. Yeah, I have 6 tons of cargo. But I don't know that I can jump. Can I jump this far? I might have to take 2 jumps. Go get the 6 food cartridges. Oh, you're gonna source it again? Oh, okay, thank you. Otherwise, I guess, if it is just 6, or is it 6 or 8? If it's 8, I don't have the cargo. But if it is 6, I could go get them in my Sidewinder. No, it's 8. I would have to do 2 trips. Or I have to switch accounts again. Yeah, no worries, man. Take your time. And I think that's the last thing. And now we have, well, we don't have enough points to plot down a port, so I don't think it's even gonna let me. It's also like not kind of steep enough to like really result in a big overhang, because like kind of needed a small crater, that's the thing. But this is still pretty spectacular, so I guess we'll do. I don't know if it's even gonna let me show how it would look like. Yeah, it's not gonna let me because I don't have enough points. We gotta wait until that finishes. The delivery of the food cartridges finishes. I don't think we can help Teleform yet. Maybe in the future, who knows? But right now, doesn't sound like it. I think we got the 10 bonus, the 3% discount for our starter Sidewinder. Yeah, we got the discount bonus for our starter Sidewinder. Funny. We got 12 built and 4 in construction. Yeah, I should be able to kind of like build also a comm station here and here. Right. We're building a lot of things, Okadata. We're building orbit station in an asteroid field, which would not normally be possible unless for a bug that kind of ended up throwing us here. This station is known as the Anti-Xeno Initiative Headquarters. And that's what's going here. And then we have 2 satellites that were just plotted down and that are a lot faster built. And then we're having a few incidents in delivering the final 8 tons of food cartridges to complete this thing. Let's rename things, by the way, because we said we're gonna do it, and you funded it. Like you were kindly gave us $20 to actually buy the arcs, and now we have the arcs. So let's actually rename things while we're here. So this one we said is, oops, wrong one. This one we said is Storm Rage Industries. Let's see if it lets us. Approved. All right. Storm Rage Industries. Purchase complete. We have strategic location for Axie HQ, right? In an icy asteroid field where normally you could not be with an orbit station, but we kind of managed to kind of bug out, and so now we are. Let's look again at the system. I'm gonna take a screenshot and send it to Aaron in the Discord. Why is it called still Town City? I just renamed you. Did it go through? This name will be applied in approximately 3 hours? What? Did you guys see this? Oh man. Now we got delays also in applying names. I guess because of a tick? Or something like that? Did it have it also when I originally clicked? I'm taking a screenshot of this thing, by the way. Because this is so silly. Anyway. Yeah, I'm in maintenance time. So we said we named that, and then we said we're going to name some of the ground stations, right? So one is... we should name something after Muku, by the way, as well. Like, he had first footfall in this one, right? So... there's a research one, and there's military one. What do we say we're going to call the... what's like one for duck? One for duck. We should name it something like... I was thinking about Ornithological Research Institute, but it's like the connection with duck is too complicated. Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. That's why he came to mind. Maybe we should do the Muku one here, as a way of like recognizing him. What we do with Muku, like Muku is, I mean, that is like a bunch of things. Like, but one of the things he's famous is like for speedrunning with a cutter, and doing the Muku ram. Like, actually, I know what we're gonna call this one. I have an idea. So let's rename this facility. This name will be applied immediately. Well, that's not true, because like actually it is, well, whatever. Muku Ramming Institute. Fargoid Ramming Institute. Muku Fargoid Ramming Institute. I think that's that's a good name. Prohibited words disallowed. Why? What is disallowed? What is disallowed here? Is Fargoid disallowed? Should we just call it Ramming Institute? No. It doesn't like ramming, I guess. Fargoid. What's another word for ramming? Oh, institute, because like tit. It has the word tit. Oh, come on. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, we can't call it institute. So we should call it Fargoid Ramming Academy. Academy? Yes, Fargoid Ramming Academy. We got it. Cool. So we got this on the planet where Muku has first full footfall, which is great. So it's very appropriate. I've actually renamed it. I don't know why I didn't rename the Storm Rage Industries, but like, this is a research one. Like, we should name it after Maligno and his like canon career of a researcher. Oh, but he was a combat pilot. Like, actually, yeah, we should name this like under Maligno's Octogoid Research. Look, Institute, I figured doesn't work, so we should find another name. Octogoid Research Academy already used. What's another name for an institute of higher learning? University? Research University. Is that gonna work? Yes. There we go. Or research lab. Well, I think university for Maligno. He's Professor Maligno. He's He gets a university. Somebody else gets a lab, but he gets a freaking university for himself, I'd say. All right. So we gotta save 5,000 arcs for last rename of the facility. How many arcs do we have yet? I don't know. I got some. This was, by the way, didn't go through as a renaming. Like Muku Fagod Academy. This didn't get renamed. Like for some reason, like some renames didn't go through. This didn't go through. Kind of want to see if they went through later. Actually, let me go back all the way from here to here. Oh, you're done, Matt? Oh, awesome. Then we should plot down. Let's just. Oh yeah, available 2. Amazing. So we'll plot that one down, and then we'll plot the other thing down, and then we're done with construction. But now I'm on a roll with the name. So like, now let's plot down the port. Let's plot down the port. It's probably more meaningful. Let's do it. All right, planetary port. We can do a tier 3 now. Let's do it. So let's do Aphrodite, which is the same as Alex did. Or Aphrodite in the Greek pronunciation. And then begin. Ooh, this thing is freaking huge. Whoa. Okay, but the thing is big, but us is even bigger. Now, thanks to Alex, we know where this thing is gonna be looking out, which well, we should know, but it's Alex, you're here, right? Am I positioning in the right direction, right? It's a bigger circular dome on the inside, right? So if I position it this way, it's looking on the right angle, right? I'm waiting for Alex's confirmation that this is the right angle. And yes, it is a freaking massive boy. Alex, do you think you're confirming that this is like the right orientation with the? Because I think it's the kind of like where the concourse is that round building that is now on the left, right? This thing here. I mean, I just want to confirm with Alex. I'm actually gonna look at his screenshot before I plop it down there. That is a dome with a walkway connector, but the inside kind of blocks the view anyhow. All right, let's confirm, because like this is like we don't want to mess with this, as in we want to do it right and not screw it up. Yes, I'm seeing your screenshot and it looks right. Yeah, it looks right. Let's see what Alex is saying 1 sec for, but it looks like we got, I think, the right position here. Kind of raising elevation, I can just see better. It's right. All right. Double check everything. Building blueprints should show the window side facing with arrows or something. Yeah, they should, but they don't. So we triple checked it. All right. Going once, going twice. This is gonna be the heroes of mankind. Heroes of mankind. Yeah. Going once, going twice. And sold. Woo! This is a big build. All right. Whoa, look at this. Depart and return later. I'll do it. Curious to see how it looks after it kind of modifies the ground to accommodate the thing on the crater's edge. Oh yeah, it would totally be ideal. Let's see that overhang, what it looks like, yeah. Alright, let's have a look. It's fine. It doesn't overhang that much, but it's also like, I think it's a construction site that's a tiny fraction of the size of the final installation, right? Was that the case for you as well, Alex? Like the construction site was tiny compared to the final construction thingy? Corona Legacy. Oh, we're definitely renaming you right now. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's that. It definitely looks a lot smaller. Alright, well, Autodoc docks me. Let's rename this thing. It's an important station. Hibiki Tomcat, Pico Defenders of Soul. Well, we will call it Heroes of Mankind, which is like, I guess, close enough, right? Look at this. Nice. Rename facility. Custom. Heroes. Oops, I type it correctly. Heroes of Mankind. Approved. And we got it. It did not. Oh, Heroes of Mankind. It did. It did rename it. Oh, very cool. Let's see if I can actually let's try and kind of like. Now this way I can see it. Screenshot of this. I'm taking a few screenshots and then I think I can still build one more thing. So we should build another comm station and orbit here. Installation, communication station. And do a pistis. And done. Alright, we got a full house of constructions again, which is good. How long would it take to build in a Sidewinder? Like fucking forever. That's a very good question. Eagle type free port challenge. Yeah, I know that. I'm not doing that. No, but I wanted to finish renaming stuff because it's fun. So let's just. So we have the Muku Thargoid Ramming Academy. We have Marignos Octagoid Research University. And then we have a few stations to name here. Again, and if you guys can contribute more like super chats and funding for more arcs, we'll be able to name more. Otherwise, we got the arcs that we got here for tonight. We said, so you guys said something about, what was your, Alex, the Crate Mark II sales thingy? This is a munitions business. This is a military one. So Crate Mark II through M2S. What's a nice 2M2S training grounds, salesmanship school. Oh, great, salesmanship school. Yeah, the problem with salesman, it's a great name, Alex. The problem is it doesn't sound very military, so I can't I can't make a military. Yeah, Clay is great. Sure, I can't make a military port that's called. You have to be like a commercial port, like Proving Grounds. Emporium. What's the name? What's the military name for like where we stock all the weapons and ammunition? Not a depot, but there's a specific word. Like not armory. It's arsenal. 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 How about that? Crate Mark II, 2M, 2S, Arsenal. How about that? What do you guys think? Crate Mark II, 2M, 2S, Arsenal. I mean, we can always change it, right? That's a thing. If we kind of don't like it, eventually we can change it. But this one I'm not super in love with, so like we probably update it at some point. But it's a fun one. So, fine. I agree. You're right. It doesn't fit very much. Hey, JD. I agree with you. Like, and then we have genetics forum. So this is another research one. We could do it like. I think we should have a military one for Xarian. Like, what about some of the other ones? There should be something about U1 E-rated, E-rated U1 something. Like, that should be a military one too, I think. Maybe we do the other military one after E1 is a B. Like, which is like, U1s, U1 ABs. Sorry. U1 ABs. E-rated Hydra. E-rated Hydra College, not college. Low tech camp. That's a good one. But I think we should be more E-rated than low tech proper. Like E1 to B's E-rated. Hydroponics, yeah, maybe. The memorial is too depressing. It was it's like something like a training. E-rated Emporium. E-rated Emporium. That's a good one, Mr. Forb. I like it. E-rated Emporium. No, of course it's not engineered. Who would engineer an E-rated chieftain? E-rated Emporium is beautiful. Let's do it. E-rated Emporium. I love it. Again, we can change it, but this E-rated Emporium sounds really nice. All right, we got some good ones. We got no more arcs, so we can't name more things. If anybody wants to donate more with a super and wants us to name more things, we can keep going. Otherwise, we are done with the naming. What does it say? I have 2 concurrent instructions available, by the way. Like, take a screenshot of this. I think I already did take a screenshot of this. I think this one I already did, right? Here's a Mankind, yeah. So like I got this one we have. And Stormrage Industries. Stormrage Industries didn't go through for whatever reason. I don't know why. It says on Fox 3. This one didn't work. Stormrage Industries was not appreciated by the service somehow. Double check the construction thing, because I was surprised they had said I had 2 constructions open. I should say 0 constructions open. Yeah, 0. Okay, that's good. All right, so now we are constructing everything. This is already at 33%. It's amazing effort, guys. Thank you everybody who's contributing to the build of a station. It's incredible how much progress we've made, like in a day. And now we have a major planetary port to also construct, which is another humongous lift. So, yeah, no, I mean, all the other ones that we renamed, yeah, we should rename. You know what? Let's actually rename this one now and rename it something that's closer to. Alright. Let's also make it Mechans. This is like, these are both military facilities, right? So this is I think the clean drive, like freight Mark 2 2M 2S showroom. Yes, let's just call it. Even if it's a military facility, it's fine. Let's call it that. Where do we get the materials to construct these? Freight carriers from the bubble? Yeah, primarily that. Like, primarily you would load up on fleet carriers, some 25,000 tons of stuff, jump the carrier over, and then unload the carrier from... unload the metals from the carrier. Because these are going to be a big lift. Like, these are like, what, 250,000 tons or something, or thereabout. Like... And even this one has had a lot of people working on this in a day, and we just did a third of it. Like, so there's tons of work. But this effectively, with these two, this effectively completes the wave 1 of construction, and we are already underway with wave 2 because we have already 2 tier 1 construction points. We need to get to 6 tier 1 construction points. Once we have 6 tier 1 construction points, we can plot down 6 tier 2 large stations that, settlements that give us 12 tier 2 points. Because at this point, if things work as intended, we should be getting the point doubling. It's not, well, we can't construct anything because like we are at capacity in terms of constructing facilities. But if it showed us, it would show us that the next tier 3 station, which would be the Xenostrike Force headquarters, would cost 12 points, not 6 anymore. So we need to generate 12 points, and for that we need 6 tier 2 large settlements, and for that we need 6 tier 2 construction points, which is why we're building all these satellites and comm station around here. In addition to 2 relay stations, which are already up and running. I used relay stations instead of satellites and comm stations because they give, and by the way, we named this threat 10 Cyclops. I should also take a screenshot of this. I'm disappointed that it didn't pick up the Storm Rage industry thing. Like, it says this thing will be applied in approximately 3 hours. I think because this is the primary system, because this is a primary station, it might be that because it's a primary station, or because it's a station, it might be that it only changes names at the tick or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, obviously this didn't immediately update for whatever reason. So yeah. So I mean, I can pull up the spreadsheet just to show where we are in our plans. Where is my spreadsheet? Oh, it's here. 1 sec. So, and we actually check off some of the things. Yes, you can see the required materials if you're not the system architect. You don't need to fly there. You can just click on it in architect view and still it'll tell you what materials are required. Yeah, otherwise it would be incredibly annoying. It is already incredibly annoying without this. Where is Firefox? 1 second. Here you go. Okay. So this is where we are. I'll actually make it a bit bigger. so I can see it. So we have completed wave 1. We are in construction of the 2 tier 3 starports and go to Mechan port. And we started, actually I think we completed both relay stations, so that's good. And we are building the next 3 tier 1 things. Again, that's 1 more comm station. Then we'll build 6 tier 2 large settlements that will give us the 12 points that we need to build the Xenostrike Force HQ. And by that point, hopefully they will have fixed the stations go freaking everywhere bug. Why is my system architect on a different profile? It's not a different profile because this account I'm using right now is the Xenostrike Force group account, essentially. It's on a different profile because it's effectively a shared account among the leadership staff of the Xenostrike Force. So if Commander Xarian, for instance, wanted to ever come in and do something, he has these account credentials and he can come in and do it with this account. Whereas my personal account is my personal account. So as this is really meant to be a group project and a group effort, so it's designed to be working that way. So guys, thank you for your help in delivering everything to complete these settlements, which by the way would have taken hours more if you hadn't helped. So very thankful and very appreciative. Now comes the long haul. Now comes the long haul of building 2, not 1, but 2 tier 3 stations in this system. A space one and a planetary port one. The Anti-Xeno Initiative headquarters in space, and this oddly placed asteroid field, which shouldn't even support orbit stations, but it bugged out and it placed us there, so interesting spot. And the planetary port of Heroes of Mankind, and also kind of an iconic testimonial and memorial to everybody who fought during the Battle of Seoul. So we'll be shuttling carriers back and forth with a lot of medals from the bubble over the next few days to unload and start getting these going. So thank you for your help, and I look forward to continuing building the system, which once complete will truly be the bastion of humankind in the Pleiades and the most sophisticated high-tech military system in the entire region. Hopefully replacing Asterope as the primary hunting grounds of Fargoid interceptors in really in the entire galaxy. I want to see if like that. No, I pressed the wrong button. See if I could get the. It's still industrial high tech. Now this, if everything goes well after the tick today, should switch from industrial high tech to high tech military. It actually wasn't it military industrial? Did it switch to industrial high tech? I don't know what the heck is going on here, but it should switch from industrial high tech to military high tech, unless there's something I'm missing here, and the first one is always tied to the initial station you plot down, which is like the only thing that could explain why otherwise this is happening. I thought this was industrial military, like up to when we constructed a few things earlier, so kind of struggling to reconcile like how this is working. This is actually interesting. I mean, literally the only industrial thing I have in this system is this industrial port, which is the initial port I placed down, which now I completely regret placing down. But yeah, I did pick an industrial output at the start, which I guess is way overweighting and over-influencing everything else for some reason. But I'm kind of curious to see if like it affects things in a way that I don't know. I mean, either way, if it's like, even if it's like a highly militarized industrial high-tech system, we're gonna be okay. Like, either way, even if it's a highly technological military industrial system, we're gonna be okay. It's just trying to understand how it works, because let's see if there's like a station I can actually dock at that would have a state, but yeah, it's not gonna be an easy thing to do. It'll be the subject of research for the next few days. All right, folks, thank you all for joining the stream. Thank you for participating. Thank you for those who donated money to support the ARCs to actually name a few stations. And glory to mankind. Commander Mechan, over and out.